The State Emergency Operations Center will be activated, started on Sunday.
From winter weather,
the governor signed 2 executive orders, one declaring that state of emergency.
Each event, we burn at least 1,000 cubic yards of salt. We'll burn about 20 to 25,000 cubic yards by next Tuesday, Wednesday, about 25%, maybe 30 of our entire supply. So slight concern.
Remember, Lake Erie's temperatures in the low 40s here in January. There's going to be snow measured by feet. 1 o'clock kickoff.
The governor has approved, activated some National Guard resources.
We've got state of emergency activated by multiple branches of government. And this is some important news that I want to share with you guys. Breaking, there's a travel ban in New York as well, just moments ago. And the first one is actually coming out of Arkansas.
Good Saturday morning. Happy January 13th. We do have a wind chill watch in effect for the area, and this is going to be until the 16th. So for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we have this wind chill watch.
And this says Fayetteville, Arkansas. And the headline to this one reads, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders activates National Guard and declares a state of emergency. And
Arkansas's governor has declared an emergency for this coming Sunday. We've been telling you about the Arkansas National Guard being put on standby because of that
just
danger
moments
from winter
ago,
weather.
The governor signed.
Today will be the last sunny day for a while, for a little bit, as we're tracking a serious and dangerous winter storm moving in across the region. Such an ominous phrasing of last sunny day for a little bit, but regardless, they're warning folks in these states to be ready and be prepared. Hopefully, you are stocked up with everything that you need to have to last you through this potentially very, very bad and devastating winter storm. And the Arkansas governor has signed 2 executive orders.
2 executive orders.
And the
one
Arkansas National Guard will be deployed as well. And there are exemptions for vehicles and transportation, mentioning exemptions for commercial vehicles hauling essentials from federal restricting hours of service. So there are restrictions on hours of service.
Well, road crews are trying to get ahead of the Arctic blast of freezing air heading our way. So are emergency responders.
The governor has approved, activated some National Guard resources so that if they're needed, they're in the field ready to go.
A.J. Gary is director of the Arkansas Division of Emergency Management. He says National Guard members will be ready to help if needed, just like they did this time last year and in February 2022, helping stuck drivers and more.
In the past, they've assisted on helping to get ambulances unstuck or out of ditches even, because, even though there's severe weather, there's still emergency services has to continue to operate.
Having National Guard out there certainly is going to be a nice thing to have, a nice addition, because if we get stranded motor.
But there are exemptions as well. And in New York,
Snow showers and squalls heaviest west and south. We'll get to that when we get to it. Celebration of local.
Governor Kathy Hochul declares a state of emergency ahead of a blizzard and blizzard-like conditions. And I hope that folks are ready. I hope folks are prepared. I hope that this is nowhere near as bad as they're predicting, but at the very least, I think it's important that we share this information and discuss these things and make sure everybody is in the know and aware.
Remember, Lake Erie's temperatures in the low 40s here in January. That almost never happens. So when you get this much cold air over a warm lake like that, we are really off to the races on lake snows.
Governor Kathy Hochul declares state of emergency ahead of blizzard-like conditions in upstate New York. And Governor Kathy Hochul declared a state of emergency Friday ahead of potentially dangerous and life-threatening blizzard-like conditions forecasted to impact communities along Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. The state of emergency applies to the following counties: Allegheny, Cattaraugus, Cayuga, Chautauqua, Erie, Genesee, Jefferson, Lewis, Livingston, Monroe, Niagara, Ontario, Orleans, Oswego, and Wyoming. Areas adjacent to both lakes are forecast to be impacted by strong winds with gusts up to 70 miles per hour that will likely cause power outages freezing cold wind chills, and lake effect snow with a foot or more possible in some areas. Blizzard-like whiteout conditions are possible, especially Saturday night and much of Sunday, and wind chills are forecast to dip into the single digits on Saturday night and remain there through midweek. Lake effect snow is expected for both lakes starting Saturday afternoon and continuing through Monday morning, with areas in western New York and the Watertown area receiving up to a foot of snow. Travel in these areas will be difficult to impossible at times, and New Yorkers are urged to pay close attention to the weather and make plans accordingly to stay safe, especially those planning to attend Sunday's Buffalo Bills game.
As well, should be a low-scoring game and not a lot of, 40-mile-an-hour, 40-yard passes from Allen to Diggs this weekend. Don't know if that's going to happen. All right, so
fans are being encouraged to enjoy the game from home. However, if they're planning to attend the game, they should travel with extreme caution and pay very close attention to weather and travel updates throughout the weekend. The travel ban for empty and tandem truck trailers will also begin on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on the Thruway and other state roads in western New York. So there is a travel ban as well. And more to come. Drop a comment down below. Let me know. Are you possibly in any of these affected areas, whether it be Arkansas or New York or any other state for that matter that is experiencing inclement weather and harsh winter conditions, blizzard-like conditions, heavy snowfall, possible whiteout snowfall, and also restrictions on travel, or if you are already effectively under a state of emergency or expecting a state of emergency to be executed by executive order. Thank you guys for already sending me so many different emails with updates. If there's any news that you'd like me to cover or share or expand upon or dig deeper and dive into, then by all means, feel free, reach out. I'll put my email address on the screen so you can see it. Reach out to me, as well as let me know your current state of conditions, where you are, how you're faring, your neighbors, if any roads have been closed, if there's any travel restrictions, if your job has been shut down, or if you're unable to make it to work, if the banks are closed, or if grocery stores have been wiped clean in preparation for these harsh conditions and unknown long periods of time having to go without. I hope you guys are prepared. I hope you guys are stocked up. And I hope you guys are ready. And I hope that you guys come out on the other side of this all fine and well with no issues and no hiccups and no problems whatsoever. And if there's anything you want to share to the rest of the community, by all means, feel free and watch future videos. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your alerts and notifications to see your recommendations included in videos and shared with the rest of our community, with the rest of our family, to help folks stay ready, get ready, be prepared, and most importantly, survive all these treacherous events that are happening all the time, whether it is a man-made event or a natural-caused natural disaster, or even just harsh weather with this ridiculous climate that we've got going on here. We are it's a never-ending battle that we are fighting here, but we will fight it together and we will make it through this together. Please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. You guys take care, be safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Two executive orders, one declaring that state of emergency to designate $250,000 from the governor's disaster response and recovery funds